story. But my this that that it was they were all as the to it of course that is that I when my I enough if then do you plan the rule is do unto others. There. Now tell me. Abduction? You mean that he did so better? Now tell me. You speak of the money, and he would never have signed a contract pledging his ignoring your I see. And how long might I fail to see how your system of loans is significant. So then your desire to be you will make how dare you?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Salva. Oh. You? Alright, let me. I'll.
Greetings and salutations.
allow me to introduce myself. No, I would recognize that anyway. You vile... You have put me in an impot... If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose... Perhaps you are... I do not see that I have a choice in this. And now you have shown me your species' true colors. This has gone on too long. But know this. If I abandon... I will have Carol make arrangements to ferry you. It is not up to me. Once, what will be now? You had best pray out.
Oh. Hi there. Well, know who you are. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time. I'm fairly certain you and I are fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man. Apparently there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here. And living, they believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown... Then, one day, just as an oracle appeared, and told him how to saving the life, foiling, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to and the doors just... Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many... Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort... What became of him? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse? What? Anyway, I think I found a way out. I'm gonna pause here for a moment and you go on ahead.
You're back! Oh, what a relief. Thank you so... Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me I do not enjoy deceiving people. That most people find comfort in... That you died, of course. You were dead when My role, as the servant of the god... Most souls would ask yourself... As you wish, you were falsely accused of a terrible crime. On your final night, you were offered sanctuary in the cottage of a stranger. but your assailants were armed. There was nothing he died instantly at the scene. That man's name. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called K. It means I am now bereft of purpose. Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans. Well, a long time ago, my orders were simple. It means there is nobody else to ferry here. No. I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to...
Kinda lost track of time in there. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who...
Sounds like quite a story. You two look exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
And you?
Hey, you made it. I read about your trial in the news. Congratulations on your acquittal. After everything you've been through. So after we got back to the real world, I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. Why don't you head on down there?
Oh, hello.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. So, you're the hero who somehow... I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels a... Galerius and I are engaged and expecting. We've just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. We're just so thankful. Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered. See you soon.
You're finally here! It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Karen appeared and told us, even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason... Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation. I wanted to say, thanks. Oh, I used Karen's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too. It's hard work, but I sleep sound. I know! I can't believe my luck. We're planning to get married next spring. Of course, there's a...
Hello, I'm the... Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. I live at Galerius and Ed... Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. Bye-bye.
Hey.
Hi there, I'm Horatius. I understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life. And you remembered that. In the words of Epictetus, remind yourself your... Thanks. I'm living up north and studying in the military academy, and the world's changed a lot. But some things stay the... Still, I have to keep challenging the ones who pioneered. And you.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming. Actually, I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated. I'm not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the great... She knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper system, but he's been dealt with. He's... anything I want. I'm a woman of means. Of course, I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for. He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue, eternal torment. You too.
You're... Oh, of course, sorry. And of course... Oh, I bet I'm living in a house. Eventually I want... Did you know there are entire continents? And you can travel almost anywhere. Oh, sorry, you already know. I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful ruler of the... As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy, after the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me. Thank you. Ugh, someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some writ, even in your... Apparently he'd proposed before they'd even met. Nigeria? Really? You too! If you're ever in London, I hope so.
You are here. Lucy is fine. I'm making an effort to blend in. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago. And speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you. I'm studying to get into medical school. As much as when it ended, I realized I missed it. You too.
Greetings. You must be the... I am told we have you to thank for freeing us. I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece, I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you... You too, my...
You're... the one we've... I wanted to say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I'm just... Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so... Mostly that means baking for my friends and... Thank you. You too.
I take it you're the Oracle. We have. I'm sorry. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And it seems I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University. Not that I need the money, but my sincere...
Some soiree, innit? Ah, hello at last. Listen, I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. Whatever you did in that temple made me such a acerbic wit. I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started it. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice. I can't decide between fossil... Oh, don't be like that. Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same. Of course, don't let me...
Good evening.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet... I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the... But thank you for coming. I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the... Thank you. And you. Oh, and I hope this isn't too forward, but... Wonderful.
Greetings. Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. I'm recovering, Octavia.
Ah, you remember that. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite Men have called me mad. And you.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle. Of course, I too would like to offer my thanks. For a time, I returned to Alexandria. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths, and I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Indeed. Thank you.
Hello there. Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name. You didn't hear? After you drove Pluto off, Priscilla. Don't worry. I'm living with Ulpius on a little... I'm so grateful to you for me. You can try some of our very... Thanks.
It's nice to finally put a face to the name. I understand I have you the way you just showed up out of... I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard. Every day I look at her, and this extra... So we're living each day sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which... And I... Thank you. You too.
It's so nice to find. I wanted to thank you, and for helping Rufus come. I'm studying to be an architect. Of course, it's important. You natives of... You too. If you're ever in the Netherlands.
Nice to meet you. I go by Rufus now, for what you did. Sorry, I'm... Huh. Good to know. I live with Virgil in Rotterdam. Not far. Haven't decided what. You too.
There you are. I hope now there's one more person I wanted to...
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little... Allow me to introduce... I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person. I hate to think what would have happened to us without you. Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eye, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever... I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the god. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls, so I tried to give them away to buy more time. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by... I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulate. He quickly discovered that he could, in effect... Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him. We were all fortunate you... I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way. Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. She wouldn't say what it was, but I... And you. Oh, and one last thing. Good, because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.